We are now joined by our runner-up finisher, Chase Elliott, driver of the number 71 Napa Auto Parts Valvoline Chevrolet. Chase, starting from the pole today, really great race out there. If you could just kind of talk us through your afternoon and how you're feeling.
Yeah, it was a really strong truck. I was glad we were able to run today. I hope it helps for tomorrow. It was obviously a little different, I think, driving these things than what it'll be in the in the Cup race tomorrow. But regardless, it was good to get some laps and try to get better at this place. This has been an absolute struggle for me. So I'm just trying to figure out whatever it takes to go fast, and especially when it comes tomorrow, that's the most important thing. So we obviously wish we had done something a little different there at the end to try to get by Johnny, but had to have a little respect, I feel like, for him racing for a championship and whatnot. You want to make a mistake and end his day and end his championship too. So got to be mindful of that stuff.
Okay, we'll now open it up for questions for Chase. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We will get a microphone to you. Okay, we'll take a question in the back from Stan.
Chase, Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. What was the biggest thing you learned about this track today that you think will help you tomorrow?
Well, I think it's kind of a number of things, Stan. I don't know that it's one thing in particular. The biggest thing that comes to my mind is just getting in a rhythm, and it's tough to do at this place, and it's just very much so not like any short track I've grown up racing at or had an opportunity to go to very much. So the past few races here, have been kind of the first time I've been to one of these, high brake, really slow, center of the corner speed short tracks. So it's just very different from what I feel like I've been accustomed to in years past with late model racing and whatnot. So for me, just trying to find a rhythm at this place is important. And obviously, I think the Cup car wants a little bit different driving style, a little bit different technique tomorrow. But, at the same time, I just think that those laps and that rhythm, even if it isn't something different, we're still driving around the same racetrack and it's still paved. So at the end of the day, I think it's got to be similar.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Chris and then go up to the press box.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Chase, it's been 3 years since you've been in a truck. Had a pretty good truck today. Would you like to do it more often and maybe even Phoenix?
No, not really. I think if I feel like we can go somewhere and learn something from racing a truck race or something, then sure. I think this is a really good place to do that. I feel like you're not, the aero side is not as different when it comes to like a mile and a half or something like that. So I think a short track is good to do this kind of stuff at. But no, not unless it really is going to help either myself or our team learn something new, then not really. I'd rather just focus on our other stuff.
Okay, go ahead in the press box with your question. Okay, we'll give them a minute. We'll take our next question down here from Barry.
We got it. Sorry. Press box.
Okay, go ahead.
I shouldn't say my name now. Greg Engel, Cupscene.com. Chase, genuinely, you seem to have a great truck. What was weighing on your mind there at the end more heavily? Was it the last time you were in a truck in Canada and that somewhat controversial finish? Was it the fact that these guys are racing for a chase? Or because it seemed like you could have probably come up there and forced the issue. Or was it in those final laps, did you really not have enough to catch him there at the end? What was the scenario there?
Yeah, I felt like our trucks were pretty evenly matched, to be honest with you, and I felt like that our truck was a little better than his real late in the going, and I felt like he started to fall off some of those last handful of laps. But no, I wasn't really concerned with the last truck races I've run. But you live and you learn as you go through life and learn through racing. So I think you just got to be mindful of what he's racing for. Sure, you can go move a mile away and try to win the race that way, I guess, or whatever it takes. You can also make a mistake and wreck the guy pretty easily doing that. So, for me, I had to kind of sit back and recognize the reason I'm here today is to try to learn for tomorrow. I'd love to have one of those clocks to put in my house, but at the same time, I would much rather have it on a Sunday So if this helps us for tomorrow, then I think that's the most important thing. And it's much harder to go and pass a guy up off the corner and not run into him getting in. So definitely live and you learn as you go through life. But I think that was the biggest thing.
Go ahead, Barry.
Barry Richmond, Piedmont Broadcasting Corporation, WAKG. Chase, I'm sure you've talked about this season, but having the opportunity unexpectedly to run with the man that you replaced, the seat, in the 24 with Jeff Gordon, how has that helped you this season, and then just how's that experience been for you?
Yeah, that experience has been cool. Obviously, it was, when we got to Indy this year, I think it was a little weird for everybody, seeing me driving the 24 and him driving the 88. But to be honest with you, after we got through Indy and ran a couple races, it was kind of normal. I feel at home now, and I think Jeff is being a good teammate and helping Dale's situation, and obviously he's one of, if not the greatest ever to race at this place. So no better to him fill the seat this weekend. But it's been a neat experience. Great having him at the racetrack and around, regardless whether he's driving or not. He has a positive influence on our race team, whether he comes to you and helps you with racetrack advice, or if it's just bringing a positive vibe to the folks that are working on your race car or your entire team. I think both of those things can be beneficial in how we run and our performance as a company.
Any interaction with Dale?
I've seen Dale. He's been at all our meetings, and it seems normal, seems fine. I can't say that anything looks wrong with him. I think he's just doing what the doctors tell him and trying to make sure he takes the right steps and being 100% ready come Daytona next year.
Any final questions for Chase? Okay, Chase, thank you for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.